So the fourth application, children, is to calculate the solubility of sparingly soluble salt. Sparingly soluble means very slightly soluble in a particular solvent, and this solubility is represented by capital S, if you remember from class 11. And children, you can very easily recall these concepts from class 11. Everything that we did in today's lecture, most of the topics is from class 11 only. Like we covered DOD, degree of dissociation, class 11. We covered dissociation constants in class 11 in chapter equilibrium, and when I was teaching that chapter in class 11, I told you n number of times that this chapter is very important because this will be applied in class 12's chemistry. So now you can see that how much important that chapter is. So when you have to find out the solubility, in case of any sparingly soluble salt, you can simply substitute the concentration, that is molarity, with solubility. So there is no change in the formula. You know that how to find out this molar conductivity. You also know how to find out molar conductivity at infinite dilution with the help of Colles-Roche law. So by simply substituting the values, you can reach to this solubility value. And if you have to derive the value of solubility product from solubility, there is very simple relation between the two. Again, recalling your class 11's concept, I have taken an example here of aluminium hydroxides that dissociates to give Al3 plus and 3OH minus. So when this salt, sparingly soluble salt, dissociates, it will produce S moles of Al3 plus and 3S moles of this. Depending upon the balancing mole mentioned here, we multiply this also with the same balancing mole. Now to write down the value of K, dissociation constant, which is equal to the product of the products concentration and each raised to the power of the stoichiometric coefficient. Since this is sparingly soluble, obviously it must have undergone very less dissociation, so we take it as constant. So I have not mentioned anything in the denominator side. So this will be multiplied together and 3s is raised to the power 3. So finally the relation will be Ksp is equal to 27s raised to the power 4. Ksp means solubility product. Okay, so these things we have already done in previous class in your class 11. So simply recall, try to recall those concepts and apply here. You will be able to do all the numericals based on it. Numericals are very simple. Again, giving you this reminder that if you cannot understand the derivation or you are finding it difficult, you don't have to learn it, children. You only have to keep in mind the formulas, because the numericals in your board examinations are direct. In chemistry, you get direct numericals where you need to identify what is given and what is being asked, and you simply need to substitute the values and reach to the final answer. So try to practice the numericals from your NCERT book, and in case of any difficulty you can contact your teacher. So thank you for watching the video.